Welcome back, everybody. It's me, Adore Cream here, and I'm very happy. And I'll tell you why. It's about the sign of the times messing with my mind. I've just finished watching videos by Princess Friend and Nightchild Ethereal, and they've been rumouring it for ages, but it's finally here. Sign of the Times Deluxe! I cannot believe my luck. I've just seen the announcement, and I've just printed out this track list, which is just going to blow my head off. I cannot believe it. I mean, maybe the people at Warner Brothers and MPG Records were watching my 1999 Super Deluxe review video where it showed Sign of the Times Deluxe coming up in subliminal lettering. Wouldn't it be great to know that maybe they did it just because I was pushing them so heavy? Though I very much doubt it, considering my average video gets only about 300 views. 30 views, but that particular video did get over 100 views, so there is a chance that someone from MPG Records could have clicked onto it. But anyway, I'm just so happy because for the ultimate, Sign of the Times fanboy like me, as you can see, now I've got something else to add to the collection. I don't know if anyone's ever read this book. It's really good. I mean, the main line alone, it's saying that two things became apparent, and the second thing was, this is the greatest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life, and I have to agree. Okay, first of all, I just really want to talk about just the music they're putting on this shit, because they're not doing a half-assed job, they're doing a really good job. Okay, and everything on this set is worth buying. There's no throwaway discs or anything. Okay, basically it's going to be eight CDs and a DVD, which sounds expensive because 1999 Deluxe was over $100, although I got it on special for about $105, and that was 5 CDs and a DVD. So this is going to cost even more basically, and I've just paid for my set of Up All Night. So I'll be getting that soon. So no doubt that'll also be very expensive. That cost me nearly $100 our money. But anyway, let's talk about this because this is going to be great. But I'm definitely not buying the record set because it's like 13 records in the DVD. And here, for some reason, any re-released vinyl record, basically, like take that for instance, is at least $30-something. So we're probably going to be looking at close to $1,000 for that because the 1999 Super Deluxe extended set that had like all the records and everything, the 10 records and one DVD was something like $650. The cheapest I've seen it is about $480, which is just ridiculous. So, that was 10 records, make 13 records, you could easily change the 4 to a 6, basically. Now let's talk about the music on this, because I've got a lot of bootlegs. I was into a lot of 1986, 87 Prince outtakes, but I haven't even heard of some of these songs, let alone own them. But even the first 2 discs, which will just basically have the original Sign of the Times album, will be great because as much as I love Sign of the Times, the sound on the Sign of the Times is absolutely atrocious. It's very quiet, it's very muddled. It's almost monophonic would be a way to describe it. So it's actually really interesting that they're going to have 2020 remaster. And I'm hoping 2020 remaster is a lot like what they did with 1999. They actually made it sound a lot better. That not only is it louder and you can hear it more, but also you can hear a lot more of the music going on in the background, more instruments, more of Prince's vocal layers. Already I'm just about getting a bloody wet dream over a door. Could you imagine what a door would sound like in bloody quadraphonic 2020 sound? It would just, holy Christ, Aroni, basically. It would just blow my head off. But anyway, so even just getting the album remastered is great enough. But then we move into disc 3, which is of course your standard B-sides one. But unlike a lot of the other ones, this isn't bloody remixes of 3-minute versions of Let's Go Crazy or 1999. This is I've got most of these vinyl singles, but I can't wait to basically hear, it's got the highly explosive La 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 He He He, and it's got basically Sign of the Times. La 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 He 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 in itself is a great song. Shockadelica is a great song. 7 Minutes Wild Quake is really good. I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man Faded, so I'm assuming that's probably faded out earlier, but still great song. Extended version of Hot Thing and dub version of Hot Thing, wow, just cannot wait, basically. Please, roll on September 18th. Thank God they didn't announce November or December because I can't wait that long. It's only June. Okay, then we move into the vault tracks, and this list is a bit muddled, so apologies if I get discs wrong, but some of these songs, I Could Never Take the Place of Your Man, 1979 version. I can't even imagine what that sounds like. My guess is probably Rebels era. So it's probably got Prince singing in a squeaky voice like, baby, don't waste your time. Don't want I know what's on your mind. 'Cause I could never take the place of your man. just sounds so funny. And then we move into Teacher, Teacher. That's another song I really love. I'm sure that was actually, I think it had Jill Jones doing the backing vocals. Teacher, Teacher. All of My Dreams, well, I think everyone knows our feelings about that song. I mean, All of My Dreams is just one of the most brilliant Prince songs ever made. I mean, even down to unforgettable lines like, Wendy, I'm going to give you the brush and you can paint the side of the train, and Prince going, Captain Crunch, Africa. I mean, and it's actually just a really good sort of whirl up of a song. Okay, Can I Play With You? That's of course, you know, the Miles Davis thing, you know, which he actually did play on stage apparently before he died. Wonderful Day. That's another very sort of poppy, sunshiny song, which is a lot like something like Play in the Sunshine. Strange Relationship. Well, we've already heard the very first version on Purple Rain Deluxe, so this will probably be an '86 version, which is actually pretty good. I'm hoping this might actually be the earlier late '85 version that's got all the sitars and things on it. That's like the Revolution era rather than the Prince solo version. Visions, which is a beautiful piano piece by Lisa. The Ballad of Dorothy Parker with horns. Oh, that's going to be great. I can't wait to hear that because that will definitely give the song a bit more meat. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with the Ballad of Dorothy Parker. I mean, it's just a great song, but just imagining it with horns is like just adding some more cream on top of the cherries. Okay, I'm only halfway through the first disc. I'm up to 6 minutes. This is how excited I'm getting about this album. Basically, I know I'm reading from a list. That's why I'm making so you can see all my visual stuff. See the I've managed to get a frame finally for my Prince poster, which is really good, I think, because see, here you are. There's the frame. Yeah, right. There's the little white frame around it. So now it's safe. Keep it in good condition. I actually looked on eBay and someone's selling in the posters for $450 each. I mean, it's just crazy, eh? And I've also moved my Prince record up a bit higher. As you can see, I've had to stack my books laterally because some stuff fell behind that bookshelf, so I had to get it out, you know, so just making it look neater. And you can, of course, see the Prince wall. Okay, so back to the music. Okay, Witness for the Prosecution. That's another great song. I mean, hopefully this will be a different version from some of the boots I've heard. I want witness for the prosecution, 'cause before you loving another man, I said guilty. Very good soul ballad. Power, fantastic. Well, we've already heard that on the B-sides. This might be a different version, but that's just beautiful. It's like Prince is just alone at the grand piano and he's just singing and playing his heart out. And that says what? Now, that is a song I haven't heard. That sounds like something very quirky and eccentric. Love and Sex. Well, I wasn't that blown away with Love and Sex, Purple Rain era, but hopefully this has been improved. A Place in Heaven with Prince vocals. That's another absolutely beautiful song. I mean, Prince does a really high falsetto. Again, it's a sort of Lisa and Wendy Prince 85, 86 Revolution. I think a lot of these tracks these are late 85, early 86. These are just like sort of post-parade Camille Dream Factory type stuff, basically. I mean, there's also a really good version of it on the July 18th, 1986 Dream Factory boot, which I'm sure most of my hardcore fans have got. But just to hear these things remastered, you know what I mean? It's good to talk about boots, but you know, when the estate gets behind these songs and gives some official remakes, I mean, it makes it even better, basically. I'm like reviewing this shit before I've even got it, but I don't really care, you know. Yeah. Okay, A Place in Heaven. I mean, again, a song that pretty much just gives me an orgasm, basically. I mean, that sounds disgusting, but fuck. There could be a place in heaven. And even better is further along, you also get the Wendy version, basically. So, I mean, it's a democratic album. Colours, I've never heard that one, but again, I'm hoping it's sort of like a sort of trippy, psychedelic type pop song, you know. Crystal Ball, well, this is a 7-inch mix, so that probably means it's been shortened, but still, I mean, Crystal Ball, I mean, what a song, basically. Big Tall Wall, well, that's actually one of my favourite songs. I've got a big tall wall, oh, stone circles so you can't get out. Now, that was actually based on a real set of apartments built in 1986 in Minneapolis that were out of some converted grain solos. And what Prince did was, when he couldn't live with Susanna Malvoine anymore after they built the house in 86, was Prince put her in there, and basically she could stay there, she could come on and do her, you know, vocal chores for the family and the revolution, and in return Prince could go out and philander. And the song talks about going, baby, yeah, you see me with a girlfriend, yeah, she's another one, but it doesn't stop you and me from having fun. Ow, big tall wall. And then we've got the backwards version of A Kiopa e Near Heaven, which is A Place in Heaven backwards. Moving to the next one, we've got In the Large Room with No Light. That's another very jazzy pop song. You know, if you ever been in a large room with no light, Train. I mean, that's another great soul ballad, like Witness for the Prosecution. If you don't, there's a train that's leaving in the morning, going all the way to Santa Fe. Great song. It Ain't Over Till the Fat Lady Sings. I don't even heard that song, but it sounds hilarious. Eggplant probably sounds like some sort of, you know, flesh type Madhouse instrumental, but of course I could be wrong because there's original Prince vocal. Everybody Want What They Don't Got. That's another great song I love, and again, all I've got is a really muddy bootleg mix of it. Blanche, haven't heard that one. It's possibly about another girl, like, I don't know, Dion or something. Soul Sucker Dollar Sign. Now, that's an interesting song because that's actually the roots of the track Joy and Repetition. Since I'm talking about Graffiti Bridge at the moment, I mean, again, Joy and the Repetition's roots do definitely stretch back into the sort of 85, 86, 87 era. And I mean, the song is references in Graffiti Bridge going, there's a band playing a song called Soul Psychodeluxe. The song's a year long and they've been playing for months. You know, I don't think it's quite going to last that long, but still, the Ball, which is sort of like an earlier version of Crystal Ball, and also parts of the song were also turned into I Know from Love Sexy. Adonis and Bathsheba, now that is a legendary track. For some reason, I only have a version that's like 1.5 minutes of it, but apparently this is a legendary song. Prince's friend waxed poetic about it, but it sounds just great. Forever in My Life, well, I already love Forever in My Life, so this will be like an early vocal run through like Prince's first versions of Delirious and oh god, what's that song? International Lover, and also, you know, but that will still be interesting. Crucial, of course, Crucial is definitely the brother song to Adore. It's just a fantastic song. It's going to be great. Now, the Coca Boys, I've spelled this wrong because there shouldn't be an A on the end, but that was based on a failed musical that Prince is going to write called The Cocoa Boys, which had basically Prince, Tony Lemans, Lenny Kravitz, and Giorgio and a few others. Remember Giorgio? I talked about it earlier in the year, you know, which was basically going to be an earlier version of Graffiti Bridge, which was basically the rivalry between two musical groups, which would again be seen as a quasi-sequel to Purple Rain, but again, people leaving and shit, because I think Jerome and Wally were going to be part of it, but they left. Till the Dawn of the Morning Comes, I haven't heard it, but it just sounds great. Okay, another version of Witness for the Prosecution. Maybe this will be a more soulful one. It's bees like that sometimes. I mean, okay, maybe the grammarians here haven't got the best. I mean, I've stolen this list off a thread on Prince.org, by the way, but I've adjusted it so I can talk about it rather than having to write shit down because I can't read my own handwriting. See, it's all typed up using Prince.org script. Cut and paste is a wonderful thing. Then we move into Emotional Pump. Now, this is a song that Prince gave to Joni Mitchell straight away before I heard it, because it came out a couple of years ago on a bootleg leak. I think it was called something fishy. It was some bootleg I picked 2 years, and I thought it was about a dick, you know, pump, emotion equals semen, you get the joke. But it's actually about something else completely different. It's one when Joni Mitchell said he's a weird little ducky. Rebirth of the Flesh, well, as you know, that's only just an outro, but still, that's actually the long lost Camille track, which includes Life. You can play a game like a game, because this ain't cars, motherfucker. This is life, you know. Cosmic Day, which again is another version of very groovy song. Walking in Glory, haven't heard it, sounds gospel. It's Wally. Now, this is another song that divides, but this is a famous angry song Prince wrote on the day he broke up with Susanna Melvoin for good. And it basically just includes like, Wally, where'd you get those motherfucking sunglasses? You know, Wally's like Wally Safford, obviously wearing these crazy sunglasses. But it's actually a really angry song. Apparently, Prince told Susan Rogers to erase it. She didn't, and thank God it got kept. I Need a Man. Now, for some reason, I think of Grace Jones, and I think of the Rhythmics. Don't ask me why. Moonbeam probably find that funny, but it sounds like something that Prince would have written for a girl group. I mean, I know at the time Prince was actually writing songs for another Jill Jones album, but who knows? I mean, again, it's one of those songs that, you know, it's like on 1999, a lot of the songs you haven't heard of, they come out, you hear them, so there you are. Jealous Girl, again, it sounds like something you'd give to Vanity. You know, there's something I like about Being a Fool. Now, I've heard a lot about this song, but I've never heard the thing. I know it sounds ignorant, but apparently, again, it's sort of like Adonis and Bathsheba, which is just one of those legendary Prince songs that sat in the vault for years, so I'm glad they pulled it out. Big Tall Wall, again, another version of that song. Again, I can't wait to hear that. A Place in Heaven. Now, this is the Lisa vocal. And what's funny is if you compare the Lisa vocal, which is, according to this, must be later, and this must be still before October 86, before Prince fired the Revolution, because Lisa, remember, was part of the Revolution. And originally the set of Dream Factory was going to have all these songs on it, but of course, as you know, Prince fired the Revolution. He got, you know, Warner's told me he wasn't releasing no free CD album, so he had to cut it back to 2 albums, and of course all these songs got bumped off it. And then another version of Wonderful Day, Strange Relationship. Okay, well, Shep Pettibone, well, I usually think of like, you know, tacky mid to late 80s Madonna mixes there, so who knows what that sounds like. Then we have a live CD from Utrecht. Now, this was early in the Sign of the Times tour. Now, as you know, he didn't play America, he played a lot of European places. This was a legendary show, basically. Prince was actually taping and videoing shows from this era. Originally, one of these Utrecht shows, I think he was going to film and actually turn into the movie, but because of bad weather and because of bad taping, and of course most of it ended up being taped on the Paisley soundstage. And then a DVD, which I really can't wait to get because it's that legendary show he played on the 31st of December 1987. It was basically the show where Prince put the whole Sign of the Times project to bed. And I mean, I've already seen bits and pieces of it. I mean, I mean, the whole band is just amazing. The thing is so incredibly funky. Like when you know, If I Was Your Girlfriend has a big sort of extended stepping part, which I can't wait to watch in better colour. I remember Prince has like just done this crazy thing to us. It's nothing like this. It's sort of like a proto Love Sexy look where he's kind of like given it sort of like a fucking, I don't know, Rosa Parks type bob would almost be a way to describe it. You know, it just looks crazy. But he's just going, ooh, if I was your girlfriend. And at the time, it was interesting he did those songs because by December 31st, 87, Prince had given up, you know, basically ecstasy. He'd met Ingrid Chavez, and Prince was already basically writing songs for Love Sexy like The Line and I Know. So, wow, 15 minutes talking about something that hasn't even shown up yet. You know, that's dedication. I absolutely can't wait for this shit to come out. It's not shit, sorry, but when this album comes out, I don't care if it costs $10,000. Basically, you know, if they say Sign of the Times Deluxe, I'm going to say to people, take my fucking money now. I cannot wait for this to come out. Tell me what you guys think about Sign of the Times Deluxe. Are you going to buy it? I know we've really been digging into our wallets lately. I mean, I'm just, you know, paid $100 for the Up All Night set. I mean, I didn't even like that album, but, you know, I don't have it, so I thought I should just be a completionist. And, whoa, live DVD at the Aladdin. I mean, God, I mean, how can you say no to that lot, basically? So there you are. The new tour is coming, but, you know, I mean, we have to just deal with some soul psychedelic side first. So there you are. Peace and beware.